So, guys, we've got some exciting games happening this weekend. We have Liverpool versus City. This is the game which all of us think is going to be deciding the title. And then there's Arsenal playing Brentford. And it's important because if Arsenal win that game tomorrow, then they're on top of the table. And we all know how the Premier League table stands right now. So, how excited are you going into this week?
Very excited. And being that said, the fact that you said tomorrow when we win, we go top of the table. I'm expecting for a draw between
Oh,
Liverpool and
here
City,
we
and that
go.
puts us in a
Yeah, yeah.
very good position. I know that might not be. I mean, it could be a very likely outcome, but I really think that a draw would really help us right now. And
Okay.
consider,
A draw would really help you right now. Is that what you said right now?
yeah,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
a draw between them means we go on top.
How?
Arsenal
How?
go on
But
Liverpool.
why
top.
would you not
How
win
can
and want
that
to go top? Why would you draw and go? I mean, draw in the okay, okay. I thought you
Yeah,
meant draw
yeah.
in the Arsenal
be in the
Brentford game.
No,
Liverpool
man.
Yeah,
City
See,
I
game?
know. No. A City Liverpool draw would be very
when
helpful for
City and
Arsenal.
Yeah,
Liverpool
right,
draw, because we have a higher goal difference than
right,
Liverpool,
right. Got it,
so
got it,
Yeah,
got it.
we
yeah,
go
yeah.
on top. So we
Yeah.
are, and obviously the factor is that we win tomorrow against Brentford. So
Brentford.
and City and Liverpool ends in a draw, and Arsenal stays on top of the table for this week and the
The rest
coming
of the
weeks.
season.
And rest
And
of the
then
season
what's
if
it
we
at
keep
the end?
winning.
The thing is, all, the other three, that Arsenal has to face both City and Liverpool again. Like one more
Right, right, right.
fixture is there. So all three teams are
Wait,
facing
we
each.
already faced
Not
Liverpool
not
twice.
Liverpool.
We finished.
City,
Only
City,
City
City,
left.
City.
Yeah,
Yeah,
City,
yeah,
yeah.
we
yeah.
defeated them. I think 3 weeks back or 2 weeks back. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. After our defeat in the FA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
But
exactly.
I mean, what a title race we're having this season. After a long time, it's a proper three-horse race.
Yes.
And as a neutral fan, also I'm enjoying this because it's been a while since we had such a close run in. Where any result will change the entire complexion of the top three. Anything could happen, like one win here, one draw there. So it's like everyone has to pick up points every week. They just can't afford to drop points. And coming to the game itself, right? What a game! Liverpool City at Anfield. I mean, it doesn't get bigger than this. And with the stakes so high, and there's been a lot of back and forth between the players as well this week. I don't know if you guys heard, but I think Trent Alexander-Arnold made a statement like something along the lines of saying that what we have built here, our titles mean more than what City have built at the Etihad, and that was such a senseless statement to make. I mean, in all fairness, City have been dominant on the continent and in England for so many years now. And Liverpool, all said and done, they play with passion. They have great teams. They still have only one Premier League in the last five. So that it doesn't change the fact. And I don't know why he would say that. But Haaland came back. Haaland said, "I was here 1 year and I won the treble."
The
So I don't
treble.
think he knows what that feels like. And then I think yesterday Ruben Diaz also made a statement, something along the lines
I
of,
think today also Pep told something in the press conference.
yeah,
Today.
so I think it's that the spice level of that game is heating up. The players are getting into it. The fans, of
Yeah.
course, you already know how the fans would be. But I think it's a wonderful title race, and this narrative that these players, I mean, for example, Trent is trying to set right that City bought their way to success. I think last episode also me and you spoke about this, Avinash. I think that's such a false narrative to set because if throwing money at the problem was the solution, I think there would be a few happy faces here as well. I'm looking at Amitesh, I'm looking at Karthik right now, right? So much money thrown at the problem, and all that's led to is more problems. So more problems, and like I said the last time, also at the cost of repeating myself, I'd say it again. City have a very very low net spend compared to
Yeah, yeah.
some of these clubs like Chelsea and United,
United,
right?
United.
So even though they have spent, they have sold as well,
Well, yeah,
and
for
they have
sure.
a very minimal net spend, and they have bought players that fit into their system, right? The probably only one signing I would say who has been a flop would be Calvin Phillips. But apart from that, right, every single guy has come in, he's contributed something. Akanji, what, 5 million, 6 million? The guy won the damn treble and he was the starting center back. Like, come on, that's not money. That doesn't come with the money, right? That comes with a proper structure, proper play style, that manager. They've built something. You cannot discredit them by saying they've just thrown money at the problem, because many teams over the last few years have tried that exact same
Yeah.
thing, right? And forget that we started that trend at Barca with when we threw money at Dembele and Philippe Coutinho, and what happened? They both turned out to be huge flops, right? So it's not money. It's money, and it's smart money. Cannot discredit what City have done, and you cannot just be like, oh, they've thrown money at the problem and they've sorted the problem and they're winning it. I'm only talking about this because Trent made that controversial statement, and I'm sure that is just to fire up the fans. That is just to get in the feel of that big game on Sunday. But as a neutral, also, when you're looking at it, you're like, look at what United have done over the past few years. Look at what Chelsea did last year. Did that solve problems? If money was the solution, then we wouldn't be talking about a 3-horse race. We would be talking about a 2-horse race between United and Chelsea. But that race is limited to, I think, mid-table purgatory for now. So I guess in a few years we'll revisit that topic. But yeah, coming back to it, I think amazing game, amazing title race. And of course, let's not forget Arsenal, there and thereabouts. They have been perennial bridesmaids for a few years now. I think it could be their turn to be the bride, but I still have money on City. I mean, I think City, title winning pedigree, great coach. I mean, KDB, Haaland, you just can't put it past them, right? So I would never bet against them not winning. But of course, if Arsenal win the title, it would be such a good story, such a good feel good factor. They built a team over the past couple of years with a manager like Arteta. They have all these youngsters coming in and performing at that level. So I'm sure that would be great to watch as well. But whatever happens, regardless of what happens in that title race, we've had one that will stay with us for ages, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think with regards to the question that Trent raised and everything, I think the reason City's been so successful despite throwing money as compared to the others is that they stuck with Pep throughout. I mean, Pep is this genius. Okay, like he's got that aura, dude. Like you'd know, Ashwin. Like
Yes,
what he brings to a club, right?
absolutely.
So when you bring that brain with to a place with that kind of resources, it doesn't happen that it doesn't work. You get my point? So when you talk about clubs like United or Chelsea, they've thrown money at the problem, but who's been throwing money at the problem? I mean, I don't think the tactically it's the decisions have been right
Exactly,
in those clubs.
exactly. The money
I
has
don't
not
think that
gone in the right direction.
the money's not gone the right way. Whereas if you look at Pep, whenever he spent big, it's worked out. And when you look at United and the recent interview with Ole, and how he said that he had the chance to sign Bellingham, he had the chance to sign
Haaland.
Haaland, and the board said no. Okay, so that tactical mind was there. Only he didn't get the backing and the resources he needed at the time. The story might have completely unfolded differently 3 years down the line based on what uh, interview was just had. So it's just that. I mean, you can't do anything about it. But as far as the title race goes, I would really love for Arsenal to win this one. I mean, it's just it's been so long. Okay, and it gets a bit tiring. City winning year after year after year. It's like in the same phase in the middle, like 10 years, around 10 years back, when United was just winning like title after title, and you're like, you want some change, you want someone new to emerge through. So I think Arsenal winning would be like a fairy tale. It'd be great. I mean, it'd be fun to watch actually. And ironically, I think some people are also saying that Tottenham in their last few games have the ability to decide the title. As Arsenal fans, what do you guys
Yeah,
think about a future or
true.
the title might be in the hands of Tottenham?
It would be nice to have a change in champions, right? And the thing is, it's been 20 years since we've had that incredible invincible season. So it means a lot. Before the season started, we came out with a new jersey to commemorate the 20 years. And it's in us. Last season, we were this close. And it's very easy to come that close and drop off the next season, knowing that you had it and you bottled and came, and had to start all over again. But that's exactly what we did. We've been putting efforts in and out and in and out. We've been so good against our opponents, in the sense we assume Liverpool, City, Chelsea, United, the top six to be our opponents, and we've done extremely well. We're undefeated against them. We've been putting in so much effort and we are performing really well. And in spite of doing that, you have these two annoying teams who are just scraping through and still managing to stay with you. If you look from a team or a gameplay point of view, I think Arsenal deserve to win the title because they've been having unbelievable matches. They've been finishing matches left, right, and center. But these two teams are still there. So in spite of us being the clear dominant team this season, we still find ourselves at third. So that is a big reality check, showing that you have two teams who, I don't think Liverpool are having an incredible season or City are having an incredible season. We've seen them have greater seasons in the past few years, but they're still managing to win those matches and make Arsenal run for their money. And
But
because of
That's
that,
yeah,
what experience means. Which
agreed.
Arsenal
exactly,
lacks.
exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah, that's why you are like 60, like in third position. That clutch moments, like if you have that experience, you will be at the top of the league, no? Right now, you don't have
I
that
know.
experience. The team is all set now,
It's
but you
it's
like,
all about winning pedigree. You know, when
yeah,
you talk about these clubs, right? City, Liverpool, or for example, Madrid in the Champions League. They are, for example, let's take the last time they reached the. I mean, they won the league over two legs against City. They were nowhere. Mahrez what scored in the 89th minute, 88th minute, but in the clutch, in that added time, when the lights are shining bright, no, those clubs will come to the fore because they have that winning pedigree.
yeah,
They know how to pull like Karthik said. I think he said it perfectly. Those clutch moments, right? That 90 plus 7, 90 plus 6, when you need that goal to get you those 3 points, these guys turn up, and that's the difference between 1 point and 3 points, and that's literally the difference between what Arsenal are at right now and Liverpool are there at right now. So,
Yeah.
like you said, yeah, if you just see, yes, you're belting teams left and right, 5-0, 6-0, 4-0. At the end of the day, it's 3 points, right?
Yeah,
And
correct.
Liverpool also are picking up those 3 points in the 90 plus 7 minutes. So 10 years from now, 15 years from now, no one's going to say, oh, Liverpool won the title, but Arsenal were winning games
Arsenal was so
5-0.
close.
10 years from now, everyone will be like, there was a 3-horse race which Liverpool won. That's all. That is the final listing. All that
I don't
matters
think
is
anyone
who
will
hands
even
the
remember a
who.
three-horse race. They'll probably have to
Yeah,
come back
yeah.
to a podcast for that.
Yeah, exactly. We have to exactly. That's a good point. They have to come back to this particular episode to remember that there was this one
Remember that
amazing
this
season.
and one amazing
Yeah,
podcast.
No, so that's what. So Avinash, Shashank, both of you guys, like when Arsenal played in the Champions League like 2 weeks back, after that match, I remember you guys' reactions and you know how shambolic it was and how despite you playing well against your opponents in the Premier League, it all just fell apart and it was very lackluster performance. How do you know that's not going to happen in the rest of this league? Like, what makes you think that it might not happen this time?
For sure, we don't know. That's my point, and that's what I was coming to. The next 10 games are incredibly important. See, starting with tomorrow, it is important we defeat Brentford. And Brentford, I think, are our dark horses, especially Ivan Toney. He has a lot to prove, especially to Arsenal, because he is considered as one of those people who are in the likes of Arsenal signing. He's not our
Yeah, yeah.
immediate target, but he's one. So he'll want
He's
to
one of our
impress.
targets.
But the thing is, Brentford, their main defense is injured. They're all out. So coming to this game, we'd all see Arsenal as being favorites, but it's important we win tomorrow's match so that we're putting that pressure back. See, Arsenal have been third so far, right? So if we win tomorrow, then there's going into Anfield, there's going to be a lot more pressure on Liverpool and City. Agreed, the next 10 games, Arsenal have a lot of difficult matches. We're going to be playing Chelsea, Spurs, City, United. So we are going to be playing those teams, and those are 4 out of the next 10 games. So it's not going to be easy. But my point is, in such a season where Liverpool and City are winning their games, if Arsenal do win this Premier League, it means so much more. It means, for me, this would be the best season. I would put this past Invincibles also. Very questionable, but I've not, ever since I've been watching football, I haven't seen the Premier League, the table this close with equal potential. The only reason we are putting Arsenal third here below City and Liverpool is because we don't have winning in our pedigree. If this was a neutral ground, it would, the probability of each of these three teams winning would be 1/3, especially after this
Absolutely.
weekend. We might just end up third, but I want to see how far we can take this competition to. If at game week 38, the points table are still saying Liverpool, City, and Arsenal separated by 1 point each, I would take it.
I mean, I have a different approach to that. You know why? Um, we haven't. Okay, we have faced a significant amount of injuries, but not so much compared to our championship rivals. Let's say Kevin De Bruyne. I saw statistic. I think last week that Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland together have only played 4 games this season. or maybe 5 games, including the last week game. So with that being said, and Salah being out, if we had actually played our December games the way we should have, then
You would have been at the top of the table.
there is no question of a 3-horse race right now. I mean, at the end, it is ending up as a bottling from us, but we just don't see it yet. We did, but not at the end, but at the middle of the season. Unfortunately, that December stretch where we're absolutely shambolic will eventually come back to bite us in the ass, because we would have come into the new year on top of the table and we would have stayed there with our current form. And
Another way of looking at it is January
Last
wouldn't
year,
have
huh?
happened like January if December happened like December.
I
The
mean,
Dubai break.
we can go,
Yeah, but
then he can go back about every month then.
yeah,
No,
but
but
Avinash,
no.
you are
Yeah.
talking like a true Arsenal fan who's not won anything in 20 years. But
Okay.
Shashank is talking like a Arsenal fan who who knows that this could have been their year, considering the fact that City and Liverpool have been so
See,
not at
yeah,
let's say their top-notch best.
No, you can't say that. You can say that about City when if they lost a couple of games City could look back and say, oh my God, if we had performed those 2 games well, we would be at top right now. Liverpool could say the same thing. Spurs could say the same thing. Why are we not
But
talking
United
about
also
it?
can say the
When
same
we were at
thing.
game week
See,
8,
I don't think
Spurs
Shashank is trying to. I don't think
No,
Shashank
that's
is trying
not-
to make that point. Like if you
No,
look
I'm not
back,
trying to say
every
that.
team
you
could say the
cannot
same
point
say
at
that
all.
December was us bottling. You cannot do that. Last season, we crumbled under the pressure. This season wasn't that. This season was us facing some pressure and deciding to handle it the way we did and still managing to come back to where we started out as.
But my point is not being that. See,
Yeah, that's not his point. But yeah.
they've had difficult situations, City and Liverpool. Even last week was a very difficult game for Liverpool, but somehow they know how to manage to win these games.
You realize their opponent wasn't a very difficult opponent. They
Ours were
defeated
not
Nottingham
also.
Forest in the last minute.
So what? Arsenal
But
also
Doesn't
had
matter,
lost
huh?
in
3
You are
points or 3
contradicting
points. No,
yourself
they have
now.
won
they
the game.
didn't
No, you're
deserve to win
contradicting
that
yourself.
match. That referee, Paul, I do not want. Can we not talk about that?
Ah,
He-
typical
doesn't
that is
Arsenal
a,
fan.
no.
You
That
don't
is a
cry
different
that-
conversation altogether.
That's a different call. That doesn't matter. My point is they put themselves in a winning position.
We did that last
Exactly.
They
season.
put
My
their-
point is, we had games last season too. We were losing to Southampton 2-0. We ended up that match 3-all draw. We defeated Bournemouth in the last minute too. We've done that stuff last year
But my
too.
point is, this win puts
But
them
where
on
did you
top.
finish last season?
This
Yeah,
last
correct.
week's win
We
would
don't
have
know where
put
Liverpool
them-
is going to finish this season, guys. Don't just assume Liverpool are winning the title. Is
No,
my
I'm
point.
not saying they're
No,
winning.
You guys
That's
are
not
all
what I'm
assuming
No,
saying.
we are not
Liverpool are
assuming
winning the
that.
title.
We are saying
I-
Arsenal can
If
also
that-
equally win it. But what Shashank is
that's
trying
not
to
my point
say
at all. I'm
is,
not saying who's
if we
winning
had
and who's not
capitalized
winning.
on Cities and Liverpool's troubles this
This
season,
fortune,
which
that's
was
what I'm saying.
quite big in magnitude. Haaland out injured, KDB out injured, Salah out injured for
Out injured.
long periods. If
Okay.
Arsenal had capitalized the same way they had
Same way.
capitalized, say, last year, like how you won, your clutch games last year, it wouldn't even have been a 3-horse race.
3-horse race.
So
This is my
now we are
point. This is
looking
my
at it as
whole
a
point.
3-horse race, and Arsenal are still in it. Yes, 100%. And at the end of the day, this conversation might be moot. Arsenal might go on to win the title by 4 points, by 5 points. But at this point, if you see, if Arsenal had just kept up their winning those clutch games, like you said, they won the clutch games last season, right? If they had just kept it up in, say, like what Shashank said, in December, he's saying it wouldn't have even come to this point. Let alone be a 3-horse race. Arsenal would be miles ahead, right? Because City and
Yeah.
Liverpool have their level
Arsenal
of
would have
just
been
not
the
been
Liverpool
the usual
version.
team.
They would have been up at 63 points.
Yeah,
Imagine
we would have had a 6-point or a 9-point lead right now. I'm not
All
saying
he's saying is that
I just have one more. Just one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can Arsenal capitalize on Haaland being injured if Arsenal aren't facing City? City didn't
Not
lose
like
when
that,
Haaland
no.
was in
That's
that
Not
not
injury.
Haaland being injured.
you're not getting it. Avi, you're not getting it. See,
Yeah.
what they're trying to say is with all
One
the
second,
injuries,
guys. Yeah.
1 second, with all the injuries, City and Liverpool have not been at their destructive best. Agreed?
Okay.
You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in the games that Arsenal lost during December, had they not lost those games, had they not been in a poor run of form during those games, and had they won those games, they would have capitalized on the deficits that Liverpool and City had at the time, and they could have gone clear at the top of the table by a
at
few
this
points.
position, we would
At
be not
which
in a
point,
top
it may not have become a 3-horse race. You guys may have been favorites
Top
to
of
win
the
the
league.
title. We
Yeah.
still know that they might be there.
Yeah,
still
not
They
the
still,
same.
they still might win it.
This is just I'm just talking about
It's just speculation.
statistical.
It's a
probability.
hypothetical discussion.
Exactly.
I'm just going to
Exactly.
a hypothetical situation.
This entire same hypothetical situation was a reality last year when we were leading 8 points ahead.
Exactly.
All the more reason why Shashank's
All the
point
more
is more
reason why
valid
I'm
now.
telling you that this was
No. You can't say that City and Liverpool, because of the injuries, they weren't at the destructive best, so Arsenal could have capitalized. No, because it's not like City and Liverpool gave an Arsenal chance there. Arsenal didn't have a chance
Arsenal could
because
have
City and Liverpool kept winning. You are saying if we had won our December games, you would be at the top right now. That is understood.
Yeah.
That is understood. That's like saying if we
this
win,
game would have
if
been
that-
irrelevant for us. This weekend would have been
You-
irrelevant for us.
No. You cannot say that. We thought
I
this
mean-
last year too. We were leading by 8 points, and then
I mean,
what happened to us?
But my point is,
See, I
wouldn't
think
be
the
sitting and
first
hoping for
point
a draw.
is
That's my point.
this entire conversation is hypothetical.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, if Sheffield United had won all their games, they would be top. No,
Yeah, I mean,
that is we understood that. The hypothetical basis of this discussion has been established. That does not change.
Does not change
Looking
anything, yeah.
back, we could have won. Yeah, I
Done, yeah.
understand what you are saying, but at the same time, the point that Shashank is trying to make is, last season we were so good, and then towards the end we bottled it. This season, City and Liverpool were not as good as they were. If at the clutch phase being in this hypothetical discussion, that December phase, if in that December phase we had capitalized on the chances that we had, not what City gave me, not what Liverpool gave me. Like you said, Haaland's injury, Arsenal cannot capitalize because they are not playing City. Understood. But if we ourselves, because after all this injuries, everything,
Once again,
Arsenal
Liverpool,
being,
by the way, we
after
capitalized on
Arsenal
that.
being bad in December, Arsenal are only 2 points behind City.
Yeah.
Imagine what he's saying is, if we had maintained our level through December, we wouldn't even be in a winning horse race.
And think about the amount of pressure City would face when they come into play
Exactly. Of
Are
course,
you
it's
saying City
hypothetical.
won't have pressure now when they're playing us?
with us. We are feeling the pressure, not them.
You're saying
City-
we wouldn't feel pressure if we were still leading against City?
I said
No,
they
from a
would have
title
the pressure.
perspective, they are not feeling the pressure,
They are
right? They can
champions.
be
They are
content with a
champions.
draw.
They'll win there. I'm not saying they won't feel the pressure, but think
Yeah.
you're 9 points ahead, and Arsenal going to Etihad. This will be their most important game of the season.
You know
And
what?
they will have a pressure to perform. Right now, they do have a pressure to perform, but we would go into it much more confident.
It's a simple
Right now,
logic. If City are 2 points ahead of Arsenal go to Etihad needing to win the game.
Win this
City
game,
go
yeah.
there knowing that Arsenal need to win the game, and we
Win the
don't
game.
need to,
We don't
take
need-
extra
we just
chances.
need to
We
do
are
our-
content. We can hit them on the counter
Happy
attack
with
or
the
we can
draw
draw,
also.
whatever.
City first of all
Wait,
started.
okay, let me ask this question to Karthi. The reason I'm asking this question to Karthi is because he has supported a team that has been at the top for a long time. Okay, and that has not been at the top for the past few years. So, according to you, what will it take Arsenal to overcome City and Liverpool to, actually break that final barrier and become Premier League champions?
See, what Arteta has built is a wonderful team right now. Getting Rice is like the best thing they ever did in the summer. Okay, they have the players, but the experience, it's lacking. Like City, we have seen last year how they won the Premier League. Liverpool, we have seen all the clutch moments. So Arsenal are very consistent. They have to just play and go for wins all the remaining 10 games. They have to just concentrate on their own games, irrespective of what City or Liverpool are performing. They have to win at least 9 out of 10.
Wait, so your solution
I
for
don't
us
think that might
winning
even
the
be
league is to win the remaining games?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro,
That's
because
actually what you said.
That's
No wonder
yeah.
United is not doing well right now. Imagine
No,
Ten
but
Hag
he's
goes
right,
and says,
but I
my big
understand the
plan
point.
for this summer,
No.
guys, we have 38 games.
No, but you don't get it.
If you want to
Okay,
win the league,
But what he said is
38
right.
games.
What he said
No,
is
but
right.
what he said is right.
If Sheffield,
What he said is
no,
right.
no wonder why
I'll
20
put
years
it into
Arsenal didn't win the
perspective.
fans.
No.
Put it into
Yeah, see,
perspective.
but just because I asked the question, the what he said is right. Yeah, but that's not the
Yeah,
question.
bro.
The question
Manu,
was
if
trying
they-
to say
No.
was-
if they put everything
I
into
don't
their
know
head,
what he
agreeing to
said
this.
is right.
Are you not
Because
like...
let's say
I don't
if
understand.
Newcastle, for example, not even a bottom team, Newcastle wins their next 10 games, they are not going to win the league. But Arsenal has
Okay.
a possible.
That's like saying Sheffield
No,
winning
no.
10 games will not get them promoted. Like,
No.
come
Yeah,
on, that's
exactly,
not-
man.
that's
There's
not
a reason
You
why
won't say-
there's a pressure to win the
No.
game.
Wait. Okay, so how I see it is this. See, as far as mentalities go, I think City and Liverpool are accustomed to the Premier League winning mentality. I don't think Arsenal still have that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I wanted to
So-
like in that
So,
perspective.
That's what. Instead of thinking about the other two
City
teams.
know that they have to win this many number of games. They will go into every game with that winning mentality. They'll do it. We know Liverpool can do the same. The question is, can Arsenal do it? One. And the second thing is, can they maintain that mentality long enough through the next 10 of their games, making sure they win each one, or making sure that they go into each one knowing that they have to win the title, whether that can happen or not. I think that's what Karthi wanted to say.
I was
I think
like,
that's
but they are already winning. Like they are in that momentum of winning. They are beating teams 5-0, 6-0.
Exactly.
Just go on. Like don't bother about the other results. Just win your 10 games and let the other teams decide.
Because
Like,
what I
you
feel
have
is
done
that
your part. No, what is you
Ars-
want? Like all the teams have been playing like this.
exactly. So I
Like
feel
you
Arsenal
should have a season like this where you have done your part fully. Like you have 10 games, you have to win all 10 games. That's how your
Exactly.
part is done.
Are we still not satisfied with that?
No, what I
I understand the logic behind it, but
No, it's logical. What you're saying is
But if you
logical.
win,
It makes
like
sense.
listen,
Definitely.
even like one point, even City, like they would have in this circumstance where they had 10 matches and they were like second or third, where they had to win all the 10 games.
Yeah.
They also have done that, and otherwise you get that experience, right? Arsenal are lacking that. If you are in one momentum, if you go through it like winning all the 10 games,
Right.
you can get experience. Each game will give you an experience, no?
correct.
Correct.
Yeah,
correct,
that's
yeah.
what.
The only thing that I feel right now is that Arsenal may succumb to the mental pressure more as compared to City or Liverpool.
I
Because
think
they're
that's
not
established. I think we all know that
That-
we all know that, which is
See,
why we're all
exactly.
putting
see,
Arsenal
that is
third in
my
the title race.
that is why I had my original hypothetical point.
Yeah, I was
This
about
is
to link it back.
completely
Exactly
boring.
my point. Yes.
This is now we are coming a full circle into the topic.
I
where
understand.
started.
I understand.
That's why I
Okay.
asked Karthik because I knew.
are-
Yeah, correct.
We are all
Okay,
assuming
one-
Arsenal. We all are assuming Arsenal third in this race, 100%. Correct. And
Why?
I wanted to
No,
make
why?
one more point.
Like,
we are not
One second,
assuming
one
Arsenal.
second.
Avi, only from a
Only
mentality
you are
point of
assuming
view.
this.
Guys,
Only from a
I'm
mentality.
being very logical right now. I would put Arsenal third in this title race right now because I also spoke about our lack of mental maturity in defeating it. Playing away at Porto just proved my point. I agree. I 100% agree. All I'm saying is I do not think that December is going to define the rest of our season. For if anything, I think because of December only, we performed this well in Jan and Feb and coming into March, we look like we might be up there with the top. Now, what's going to happen over the next 10 weeks? We have no idea. Like Kati said, it's important. And City was so good at that. If they had 15 games remaining, they've gone multiple seasons where it's only been win those last few matches. I 100% agree. And it's going to be extremely difficult for Arsenal to do that. And that's why I said if Arsenal do eventually do that this season, I think this is the biggest achievement. This is the proudest I would have been of my club. But again, coming back to the point which I wanted to talk about, we would all put Arsenal third. But now can we talk about who we would put first and who second?
See, that was my original point. I was not talking about Arsenal. The whole point of I couldn't finish it. The whole point of my statement was that Liverpool and City were able to perform without their stars. So the
Correct.
confidence that the coach and the team have coming into their remaining games, clutch moments, non-clutch moments, let's say even without Haaland, De Bruyne, they're able to score 3 goals, 1 goal, doesn't matter. They were able to grab the win. So the last 10 games, they are coming in with big confidence, even for a coach to not have your best players and still manage to get that win. That means he is soaring in confidence. Man, Liverpool did not drop a place. They are still on top, even without having Salah. They've had
Without having 10 players, first team players.
absolutely difficult games. Absolutely difficult games are with bottom level teams, mid level teams. They've had to really scrap for those wins, and Klopp will take all that victory. And when he has his players, and that will only rise. And that is coming to my original point about Arsenal. We could have added the pressure on Klopp and Pep. If we were the points ahead, he will not go into matches, or his tactics, everything would change. Think knowing you're going into a match without Salah, knowing that you're still first, and think knowing going into a match without Salah, you're third, and you have to get to first.
Makes sense.
It puts additional pressure, and I think we could have added that. I think we would have been. I'm not saying that it would have happened. I'm not saying they would have crumbled.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say in retrospect.
But the possibilities, let's just
Yeah,
think about the mathematical
absolutely.
possibilities are much higher, especially Liverpool, man. All those crunch, small moments. If we had added a little bit more pressure, just on a mental side, not playing against them. Oh, okay, we did play against injury-ridden Liverpool. I'm not saying no. We did. They did exceptionally against us too. We did take the win, but with whatever team they had, they played incredible. But we could have added that pressure on Klopp, and at least Liverpool might have made that odd mistake that they normally would not have, or they didn't till now. That was my original point, and I still stand by it. I still think this last 2 months of run, 5 goals, 6 goals, 7 goals, 4 goals, it is always in us. We didn't have to lose in December to make that happen, but doesn't matter. It is what it is. I like to go with the flow. I'm not overly motivated by results, so let's see how it goes.
But
I
okay,
think
fine. But whatever, whatever the outcome of this, one thing is for sure: we all believe that Arsenal winning the title is going to be the biggest,
biggest thing.
magical, whatever
No, no, we are
fairy
putting
tale
in
ending
third.
to this.
This is going to be the most controversial opinion. Arsenal
Yeah,
coming
but
third.
I
Arsenal
think,
finishing
yeah, I
third.
think that the whole point of this elongated discussion, if you will, it just shows how much this title race has had an impact not only on the players and the team but on fans as well.
Fans.
When you have your Arsenal fans and your Chelsea fans and your United fans and your neutral random La Liga fans,
First fan.
Spurs. Okay, right. I
Oh,
keep forgetting. Like
oh.
Spurs fan. But having said that, coming back to Avinash's question about who
We
we think
can,
is first and
yeah, we can
second,
finish with
for
the
me,
predictions,
City
top three
first,
predictions.
Liverpool second, for sure. For the sole reason that City, what, 4 titles in the last 5 years, they are supreme. KDB is back in form. They are pushing on all fronts. I do not see City losing this title. So for me, it would be City first and probably Arsenal second, because City would beat Liverpool, right? To go to that first spot. So if Arsenal were to continue, like Karthik said, if they continue, forget about City, forget about Liverpool, do their bit, I think they have it in them to at least come second. And who knows, at the end of the day, one slip up by City when they're
Goal
pushing on all three
difference.
fronts, and you never know. So, but for me right now, PL winners Manchester City.
No, I think
Um,
I think it might be Liverpool, dude, because it's Klopp's last season. That's a huge motivator, dude.
Right.
Like, regardless of whatever it is, it'll be an immense motivation for the players, the club to, like, send him off with that big win. And I think that'll motivate them a lot. They are riding high on confidence, man. Definitely. I mean, that's like Shashank said, like, I mean, to play against a fully equipped Chelsea team, despite not being at our best with that youth team, and getting past us, that would have given him a huge boost and the team a huge boost of confidence, I feel. And that's what I mean. I think it's Liverpool has it to go ahead. But yeah, Liverpool, then maybe City, maybe Arsenal after that. But then again, it's too close to call. I mean, like I said, I couldn't really, put it like, definitively it's going to be Liverpool, City, and then Arsenal. We can't put it that way, but I think Liverpool has it in them to win it this time. Yuck, I can't believe I said that actually.
Okay, I'm being a realistic Arsenal fan. I will go Arsenal first, City second, and Liverpool third. And I'm just saying that Arsenal will win because of our run of form, and Liverpool and City have to get used to the players coming back. And I don't know how the next weeks are going to, especially this weekend might determine who comes second or third for that matter, and we will see that. We will see how they pick up from that. If it's, let's say, a one-sided game this week for City or Liverpool, worst case, and that would actually push one team a bit lower than where
Arsenal.
they need to be.
Yeah.
Or if it's a draw, it's perfect for Arsenal. Like I started the video with, a draw is what I expect, and any other result would probably benefit us also in the future. So I feel that Arsenal have that edge this season. I can see it in the players that they really want it, and I hope they go and get it. As a fan, I would also enjoy it.
I feel like Liverpool finishing first. Sole reason is Klopp leaving, because like last few years, Klopp was the only manager like giving a tough fight for Pep. That's the only reason making the Premier League like very like little bit interesting for us to watch as a neutral fan. And Arsenal second and City third.
Who's a neutral fan?
I somehow can't.
Like as a
Neutral
neutral fan watching all the games.
Man, see,
I-
in between video is shifted from United.
Yeah, you guys can't keep calling yourself neutral. Ashwin, I can even
I-
begin to understand. Karthik,
No,
I never
nah,
thought-
like watching other matches as a neutral fan. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, but-
knowing
but
that whatever happens to the other team, nothing's going to happen to your team. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Your table, your team is safe and secure in mid-table purgatory, so it's okay. Let's end this with Avinash's final predictions.
Arsenal
Third.
third.
Going.
Arsenal third. Yeah.
Arsenal third, bro.
Arsenal third.
Arsenal third.
Don't ask
Arsenal
Avinas.
third.
Don't ask
Arsenal third.
Avinas. Arsenal third.
Arsenal third.
Arsenal third only.
Yeah.
Going into Anfield, it's going to be a crazy atmosphere. Oh, I'm so excited for the Sunday game because
Madman.
the fans are going to be screaming for Klopp. It's the last time Liverpool are playing City under Klopp over there. I expect Liverpool to win. Again, I feel the title will be decided on Sunday night. Liverpool, I think, will win that match. And last season when Liverpool had a shitty season, we all knew they were going to bounce back. And with Klopp saying stuff like "I'm leaving after the season" is just going to make it more emotional.
Yeah.
But then again, there is City. City are again what? They're going for treble, is it? Are they still there in the FA Cup?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Arsenal have only 10 more matches in Premier League remaining after this, and one Porto match. Which, if we win, then okay, we are into quarters. Apart from that, we only have Premier League. Liverpool have to focus on Europa. They have FA Cup and they
FA
have
Cup.
Premier League.
Premier
City
League.
have UEFA, they have FA Cup, and they have Premier League. Okay. So there are a lot more matches that these other two teams have to play.
But
Correct.
they have experience in managing and all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So even
Their experience management.
Come to your predictions.
you know what? I kept saying Arsenal third, but I'm hoping Arsenal fucking win the Premier League title just so I can watch this video again and like stab all of you.
We will stab
Why
you.
we want to watch supporting
We
Arsenal do
said-
something?
we
You
said-
are supporting Arsenal more than
You
you
said
are.
Arsenal finishing third.
You are the one
Nobody
saying
said
Arsenal
Arsenal
third.
third.
Yeah, so
If
I'm gonna
Arsenal
just
wins
predict
this year,
a-
this will be the first time you see the Lift Them trophy, no? Live.
No, I've seen. You mean Premier League Cup trophy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Premier League trophy first time.
They saw them. They saw Aubameyang lift the FA Cup and then drop it.
And drop it now, yeah.
Drop it, yeah.
And drop it.
No, I saw Odegaard lift it like a few months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Community.
Yeah. We defeated
Okay,
City.
so what is your final prediction again?
Liverpool first, City
Liverpool won?
second, and
City two?
Arsenal third.
Obviously, Arsenal third.
Obviously, Arsenal third. The title of the video. Arsenal is third.
Title is Arsenal third.
Arsenal will always be third.
First Arsenal was fourth, now
Ooh.
third.
Now, third forever. Maybe this will catch on hashtag.
But yeah, I think we'll wind up on that note. Let's have a great game on Sunday, guys,
Yes.
and let's see how the title race unfolds. And we'll revisit this and our predictions and see where we stand at the end of it all.
Will Avi come back and revisit the video?
Absolutely. He
Yeah,
will
he
be
will come
there.
back.
He will be there.
He will be
He
He
will
there.
come back
be
10
there.
years later also.
Guys, watching the video, please comment down below. What do you think will be the end of this title race?
Will Arsenal finish
And
third?
why? And
or
also
first?
why? And
Third
also
forever.
why you think that would be the case? Join us on our next episode and enjoy the game on Sunday. See you guys.
See you.
Okay, guys.
Ciao.
Alright, guys.
Bye.